Check it out, girl, check. I can take a check. That pussy smell like shit. Bobby shitty check. Bobby shitty check. 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 Listen. If you check, got no cash, on check. You'll get the checks on, yeah. So the checks. Check. Move, let's school to make it. Put it in my own world, put it in your cup. Worthy like I swear I ain't talking candy. She tastes sweet, just like something burnt. Flowers, nigga made it work. Fuck it, you got worse. When it comes to your problems, the only one to complain. And hoes will entertain. Devin Lane. If you see me pull up to the spot, better drop that pain. I just want to bring in the esoteric gold crown. Then what happened to your face, ho? Looks like you dropped the motherfucking spit on it. Couldn't find your nose, so you said fuck the sun. But my spells is too powerful. They work you like slaves. I'm not gonna play if you wanna get hurt. Check this check, motherfucking search. Check, try to take your whole check. Like you said, don't check. Didn't drop your location. Girl, now are you okay? Listen, man, I don't play. If you wanna get loose, I will do that. And I said, but if you need the weed, I got it on my station. Bitches that they hate it. Make me think like wave, bitch. They don't call me a bitch. Unless you wanna lift. Can't even see your contact. And see you with your contacts. Bitch, I do that magic. Cause you know some master. Go around your world, check. First wait for action. The eye is a traction. Bitch, I use my Scorpio energies like a bitch. Really, I'm on shit. Kill a nigga for that shit. Terry speaking. I said like a dog. Look around with me, nigga. See the all. No even, I ain't even, but I can be one right now. Just is not your vibe. It's my vibe. Say that, girl, check. I can take a check. That pussy smell like shit. Bobby shitty check. Bobby shitty check. 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 Listen. If you check, got no cash, on check. You'll get the checks on, yeah. So the checks. What's up with y'all? This shit off. How we doing this motherfucker? So so Moon Mercury. So basically by these energies, it's gonna be a time where we're more, laid back and shit like that. And whatever we're doing, we want to make sure that we're not stressing out. You know what I'm saying? Because when you stress out, motherfuckers will get the wrong idea and think that, oh, you're doing too much and all this and shit and that. But in reality, if you're really with the game, like all the way with it, then you won't be hit with the backlash with these negative energies. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like make sure you're kind of going all the way through with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because and also Moonopol's Mercury is going to be a time where if you're not because if you're not on your routines and patterns, because your routines and patterns going to make you think with Mercury being there, it's going to make you be like, oh shit, should I go all the way forwards with this energy, or should I, go, should I not go fully with this energy? But in reality, if you go all the way through with this, you'll suffer. I mean, not you'll suffer, but you'll understand the moderation energies of where you're trying to be a unique and individual person, especially with the new moon in Virgo. So it's gonna be shit like that. I broke that down yesterday with the videos, shit like that. Y'all can kind of see how that shit can miscombobulate. Y'all can see how that shit can contain within itself. But if you can go through these energies smoothly and understand how to understand these things for itself, you won't get lost because you'll be in a space of where this opposing energy is actually needed because it's not going it's going to be here for looks like a little bit more a little while. There's a little bit more left because the moon moves quickly. But as soon as it gets out of it, I mean, as soon as it gets out of it, you're gonna see how these energies. We're gonna see if what this opposed energy did for you, if it was a good or it was a negative state. You know what I'm saying? So make sure whatever you're doing, again, you want to make sure that these energies you're fully within the circumstance. I want you about that. The circumstance and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we live. I mean, not live, but make sure the volume is working.
Alive, let me sure the volume is
Yeah, it's
working.
working. All right. But yeah, so it's shit like that. You want to make sure things like that you're fully in with the energies. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we'll get confused and think that whatever we're doing, it may like for example, like let's say you got a job and you feel like you just want to do the spit for a minute, not for a little bit. You don't want to stay there for too long. So whatever you're doing with that job, you're utilizing that job for whatever you're doing right now to get to the bigger picture. So it'll play out as you working in that job for a little bit, and once you get your shit together, you transmute the energy for a way better job that you actually wanted to work at, or actually didn't know you were going to work at, but it suddenly just it manifested where it became a better situation for you. So if you know how to get with the program or shit like that, you'll get into spaces where these things start to play out within themselves, and then you're in a space of where now you're doing things beyond actual like like working energies. You know what I'm saying? You use these energies like a bitch, and you don't let these energies use you. So then you're in spaces of where you don't really feel the need to go fully forward with fast energy. You know what I'm saying? Even if you are what we quote unquote call half fast with an energy, something just pushes you just to be different and express yourself within a state of where you receive the benefits from that energy. You know what I'm saying? You receive the benefits from the shit in the long run because you're doing more of the universal just just way of experiencing life. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you really want to be at. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that's the energy you're always at with, because if you're not in that light, then you'll be lost in the illusions, and then you'll think that you got to work for a certain energy that you'll never become because you're not that energy. You're not that energy. You're beyond this. You're way beyond whatever this energy this thing is trying to make you become. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta know you're not human though, because none of us are human. You know what I'm saying? We're all striving to be angels. So when we understand this, we're all trying to become atmosphere, our own weather system, our own atmosphere, and shit like that. So with this moon opposing Mercury, it's going to be a time of where if you know how to get with the one two, then you know how to understand the different ways and how to see it beyond this world. So then you're in the right way of seeing this thing, seeing shit, because you're in the right path of what you're doing. So whatever you're doing, you got something that's beat like that you're on it. Like so case like you're on it. You're on game. You know what I'm saying? It's how you're on game. So it's like whatever you're doing, you don't have to receive the consequences from whatever you're doing. Just you're beyond words at this point, because you're understanding the way this people move, the way water moves, the way shit moves. So you're doing shit beyond this world, and especially if you're on God's mission, you're actually doing you're on the right path. You know what I'm saying? So there's really no such thing as the right path, unless you make that right path, if you understand that it's what you make of it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing it for God, you're on a better path, because now you're doing it because you actually enjoy the mission. You know what I'm saying? You always want to be in a time where you enjoy the mission. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always enjoying the mission. I never want to Like I never want to stop this. I always want to go. I want to do this shit forever. You know what I'm saying? Just to stay on God's mission forever. I want to do nothing else but that. You know. So I love it when we 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 all like when I can teach y'all to get on this train of path that we're all trying to get to. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We make sure we on the game. We make sure we peep game because you know what I'm saying. We if you're on that level of thinking, level of train of thought, we'll be in the right way on how to see shit, and we you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. With that being said, you know what I'm saying. It's like, and then we can all be in a train of thought of where what we're doing becomes the way of living. So it's like whatever we're doing, the whole world wants to do what we're doing because we're creating new ways in how to live and go beyond reality. And that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? All that is because if you're on that train of thought of like going through shit just because you want to do it, you'll be in a sense of where because it doesn't matter on how you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of coming down with something. It's BTD, body temperature disorder. And shout out Uriel, he taught us that shit. But BT, so I'm trying, you know, what I'm saying. But anyway, I fuck all that shit. I'm trying, but it's like not what you do, it's how you do it. So when you know how to do it, you're in a state of where when you're going upon your everyday life, you create the better ways in how to live, the better ways on how to experience, the better ways how to go upon shit. So when you're doing shit like that, you receive the benefits because you're beyond actual learning. Like you become a student and a teacher at the same time. So when you become a student and a teacher at the same time, you love to learn and you love to teach. And when you're in both energies, it's like you're combining with the world. You're combining with, and the world is a mind. When you're combining with the minds. So when you do that, it's like you're on a different path at this point. So when you do shit like that, when you understand, you gotta understand how to read certain ways and how to see it. And when you see it, decipher certain thoughts and feelings and see how this shit will lead on. You know what I'm saying? That's how you understand spirits and shit like that. Just understanding certain thoughts, ways of thoughts and feelings. So when you do that, you're on a better path of going upon life. You know what I'm saying? And if you're on that path, you're on the right path because you're doing this shit God's way. You know what I'm saying? You're doing this shit all for God. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to be doing it for. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't want to be doing it for no one else but that. You know what I'm saying? And if you're more on the sense of where you don't really care too much about the external, you're more internal. You know what I'm saying? You're more eternal because the eternal is the spirit, internal is the mind, external is the 3D. So when you understand these things for what they are, you're more understanding the actual not androgynous energy. You know what I'm saying? It's really not androgynous, but we just call it androgynous so we can understand the whole parameter of what we're going through. So when you understand that shit, you just see the shit like it's like weird, but you see it. It's like ooh, it's like weird. Like sometimes like you be driving, and then and what I'm about to explain has nothing to do with what I just said, but it correlates with it. Sometimes you'll be driving, and you'll be so deep in the spiritual realm, you just forget how to drive for like a second. You'll be like, how the fuck am I driving? It'll be weird. You're like, what the fuck? I'm actually driving right now. Wait, what? Like, yeah, it's weird. It's like you got, but it's like it it plays out fast, but it's not. It's weird. It's happened to me. Like, oh, I don't want to talk about it, but it plays out where it's like you don't even you forget you forget how to do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? It's how like, I don't know. Let me not go too deep on that, but it's like deep. If you understand the spiritual realm, it's like everything is spiritual. This whole world, everything in life is spiritual. So when you understand that for what it is, you start to understand certain shit beyond this world. It's like it's weird. So when you're going through life, you're more of you say you like to learn. You're a student and you're a teacher, and you understand the equilibrium between those two dualities, and those two dualities take you to a better space in life, and those spaces become more more of the more of what's someone looking for more. expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion, and then we understand. Once you get, and then that's like the role of how we become an atmosphere at that point, because we're more understanding each point. So we don't so we don't take the bacterias and the minerals. We take we become the whole weather system, and that's what you want to be at. So it's kind of like it's weird, but it's deep. I love teaching about shit like this. Like it makes me happy. Like like every time I teach about shit like this, I get happy because I like to teach like shit like this. It just makes me like, I don't know. I love being a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, and I love being a student. So it's like it goes both ways. So shit like that. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When we understand life and we understand shit that happens and things we go through, we become better like what they call better citizens, but we become better species. You know what I'm saying? Not species, but we become better spirits. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we become better at what we do. You know what I'm saying? We don't get lost. Like we understand the shit for what it is. So when we understand the shit for what it is, we're more of experienced life beyond actual like knowledge. And then with this moon opposed Mercury, it's at a time where we'll be thinking really hard about our routines and patterns and see if they were all worth it at the end. Once the moon gets out of Virgo, once it goes to Libra, so we're gonna be thinking like, because new moon's in Virgo, but once it gets into Libra, we thinking like, okay, what we did when the moon was opposing Mercury, was what we did necessary, or what did it take us to what we're trying to get to, or did we procrastinate and then not take it serious? So it's gonna be like times like that. Whew. So it's gonna be like however you go upon that, that's how you become the pilot of your spaceship and see if your decision you made, if the seed you planted was a good, negative, or positive seed. So when you're in times like that, you're in more. It's a more better space to be in. You know what I'm saying? Because that space becomes the weight on how you see shit for real, for what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's where you want to be at most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, sometimes we be on. Sometimes like let's be honest. Sometimes we be flunked out. Sometimes we be on some bullshit. But if you know how to understand the equilibrium and understand how to get out of that flunkness, sometimes then you know how to see the clear path. Because you know what I'm saying. And so when you see the clear path within what you're seeing, it all starts to make sense. And then you'll see all possibilities play out in so many ways and how to see in your life that it comes to you in the certain objects, like little shit in your life that you if you're wise enough, if you're wise enough to see it, you'll see it play out, and it'll make so much sense. You'll be like, damn, like you just be like, you'll know what to say, and you just know all you'll know is like, damn, just thank God, just thank you God, because that's all you can say at that point, because it's not it doesn't take words, but once you're there and you understand what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you can't even smile too hard. Sometimes you gotta be like you can't smile. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It's like because that's like an ego kind of spirit. Like you're like, I'm Mufasa, like like I have no use. I have no use of this energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Nah, fuck all that. Screw all that. You want to be useful in life. You want to be you don't you don't want to be too useless and shit like that. You want to be useful in life and youthful. You know what I'm saying? Useful and youthful. It wasn't That's a new thing. You want to be useful and youthful in life. Take it to the don't take it to the extreme, but take it to the full extent. Because when you take it to the full extent, you're in a different way in how do you see shit, and more light in more previous ways, and how you and what's that one look for life lessons. You know what I'm saying? Life values. You know what I'm saying? Value system. You know what I'm saying? And what house is about third no fourth no what house is the value systems. I know what house it is. It's the fourth house because that's what you value. But I'm trying to think of a certain. It's another house that you can see it as. Well, I'm going with fourth. It's fourth house is what you value and shit like that. So it's kind of like what you wanna. sixth house, yeah, because yeah, so sixth house, what you is well, it's fourth house, and sixth house would be the value system, because the fourth house will be the shit you value in your family, your friends, your close ones, your associates. The sixth house will be what you value in a certain like your works and routines and your patterns, and what you take serious, what you got to take serious in those houses. Because and when I say that, it's not that they're all value systems, because in reality you can see the value system play out in every house. But the reason why it plays out more extreme in the fourth and the sixth house is because the fourth house is the more uh uh the moon's the moon energy. So moon energies is what the reflection. So it's like what you value. Sixth house is more of the Mercury. So it's speedy. It's like the Flash. It's like Thoth. It's the Houthi. So those energy those energies are more of what you can value. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why it's like that is because it's just the certain how the certain signs, how the certain movements are. And it's funny how I say that with we technically we're in Virgo, but we're in the sixth house too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's weird how I say that sixth house. So it's kind of synchronicities. You know what I'm saying? And one more thing, another thing you want to do is you want to see synchronicities in everything in your life. You know what I'm saying? When you see synchronicities, you want to make sure that you're creating the synchronicities in your life. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you're always seeing, like, because I'll be going through so many synchronicities that I'll be like, nah, I use these synchronicities like a bitch. I don't let these motherfuckers use me. I use these motherfuckers. So when you use a synchronicity, it's like you count it. It's like, I'm gonna see a synchronicity in the next 30 a minute to 30 seconds. I'm gonna see another one, and you start stacking them up, and then if you know how to transmute energy, it'll be even better, because then you'll be in a space of where you use that Kamehameha wave, Hadouken wave, and you know how to push that into your creativities and your gifts, your talents, and shit like that, and you're in a space of where you're doing shit productive in your life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be anything, you just doing shit productive, and you want to be in a space like that, because when you do shit productive, you're more of an energy. Well, if you can call it energy abuser, but you're more of an energy master, energy user, like energy sensei. You know what I'm saying? You know how to direct certain energies within itself, and how to translate them and speak for the actual energy when shit be going on in your life, because you're more understanding. It's like you're learning, and you're doing, you're speaking your tongue, your magic, your sword. That's what the sword is. Your logic. You know what I'm saying? So when you're speaking your tongue, your logic, that's how you become of an energy sensei, and then an energy master, an energy user. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the ways you wanna get upon the role, the boat, the boat role. You know what I'm saying? But the boat shit, what boat? Well, what's that shit I'm looking talk thing about? Well, boat role, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking of a ship, but whatever. The ships are bigger. Well, fuck all that shit. It's a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? All that fuck all the bullshit. It's a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. And with that being said, that's kind of like when you're in spaces like that, you're more of an you become so observant of your reality, observant of shit. You know how to close yourself from the bullshit also too, because you become so observant that you know how to close yourself off bullshit. You know how to not see bullshit. You know how to close your eyes when you're seeing unnecessary shit that you don't need to be seeing. So of course, when you're going through life, and you see the T, you're like now, because I love T. I ain't gonna lie, I love T too. I be scoping T. I be seeing shit. I be like, damn. But see, when you're going through life, and you're going through, and you're going through the T moments, and you sipping that tea, like, thinking and practicalizing shit. When you go through certain shit in your life, it's not necessary for me to always talk about certain T moments, but I like to understand, like, the T. Like, I like to see what the fuck be going on and shit like that. Like, I'm all ears when it comes like that, but I'm not all for communicating and talking about, oh, it's this, guys. Yo, y'all see what happened yesterday? Y'all see what happened last? Y'all see what happened? Yeah, you'll never catch me. Like, you can scroll through my whole channel. You know what I'm saying? You'll never see me catching about talking about shit like that. I promise you. But I do love tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all do too. So don't even lie. Y'all know we all love tea. You know, so I love going through moments where we just the drama. Sometimes you just, oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit. Oh shit. You know, so it's kind of like I don't know. We just experience. We just like to we just get attracted to shit like that because it hits home. We like train wreck stories. Spirits love train wreck stories. So when we go through or experience tea or you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like, oh, let's hear some tea. It was like we have no choice but to observe ourselves in those and that thing and just go and just see what the fuck that should be going on because we have no other choice but to be like, damn, this is some good shit. This is some good shit right here. I ain't gonna hold you. It's some good shit. So it's shit like that, you know. So you just go through shit, and then we just once you know how to, but you don't get let these things control you. You just know how to use these energies for itself. Become an energy user. And when I say energy user, don't think of an energy user like, oh, I'm gonna use this individual. And I'm talking about energy use like you know how to use energy, like you know how to use this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but a tool. You know what I'm saying? You don't get lost in the, oh, I'm gonna be a vampire, energy vampire. And no, don't get fucked. No, it's not that, bro. Don't get lost in that shit. Now, don't become an energy vampire if you don't have to. Now, if you have to, that's a different thing. You know, so let's say you were having been keeping up and you want to be in. Now, it's not a negative thing. You know what I'm saying? We all got use everything like a tool. But once you know how to use this thing, you don't get lost in the actual words, and you know how to use these things for itself. You know how not to go too far with certain energies. You just know how to use it for like, okay, I understand this. I understand this. I'll not get lost in this. Let me just understand this for what it is, and shit like that. And we all helping each other, and it's like we all building the building blocks for each other. So once you understand that, we're more in positive like spaces. We're doing shit for God beyond that because we're just doing shit because we're it's like an each one teach one type of situation. So we're not getting lost in certain words and vibrations, but we know how to use these things for itself. So when you understand that, we're more connected and like that. So make sure we like that's what's a good thing to connect to and connect with the subconscious community because when we connect, we're in a space of where we're collaborating and we're doing shit beyond this world. So it's like we're making the thing the pieces bigger. We're making the puzzle pieces bigger. We're connecting pieces together more and connecting more and more and more until we become in this esoteric realm. We're on that warship. We're on that spiritual warship. Once we're in that spiritual warship, we can go to battle and go to war, bitch. Shit, you know what I'm saying? We understand this shit for itself. So when I say understand these energies for itself, don't get lost and understand what they're trying to point to. Because when you understand what they're trying to point to, you don't get lost, and then we understand that we're all in this together because we're all the powerful spirits. We are the spiritual ancestors. If you want to use ancestors, we are the spiritual ancestors. It's us. We are the angels. We it's us. So don't get lost in these words, but understand what they're trying to point to because they're all same shit, different day. So same ways of expressing itself, different astral projection, different astral world realms of experiencing life. So it's like, and you become once you got the God knowledge, you learn shit every second, every day, every minute, every you know what I'm saying, every time travel. You're always learning. So that's what you want to be at and shit like that. Ooh, I take a breath. But yeah, with and that's kind of like the space we want to all be at because when we're all in those energies and space of connecting and I'm not getting absorbed in the everyday life like it's like celebrity drama, celebrity bullshit. Unless not see drama. When I say drama, don't get when I say don't get absorbed in drama, don't get absorbed in drama that's not for you, like celebrity drama, like the bullshit. That's how you get back in this world. It's not bad. Like I said, tea is different. Drama is like tea and drama, you know, say if you're a wise spirit, you know how to decipher this shit. You know how not to get lost and think, oh, it's this and that. You know how to once you're going through these energies, you know how to decipher certain how far you should go with something, how far you shouldn't go with something, how far you should see something, how far you shouldn't see something. You know how to decipher these things. If it's bullshit, it's bullshit. If it's tea, it's tea. Is that's different, you know what I'm saying? But beyond that, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for watching, you know what I'm saying? a little quick live stream with to break shit down. So the moon opposed Mercury, don't get flunked out, nigga. Understand shit for what it is. Understand energies. Understand the way when you're going through when you're going through experiences, and understand how to decipher this shit, and when you not think too hard on the BS in your life, and understand when you're broadcasting your shit, become an outcast, because become different, become, don't be the same as the whole world. Once you're different, you got something you can prove, and when you got something you can prove, that's how you spark it, to eat the different minds. That's how each one teach one. We spark each other's minds and become the broad spirit, the grand spirit, this esoteric spirit, esoteric master, and that's where you want to be at. And just spark star pilot, and we out in this motherfucker. I appreciate y'all for watching. Woo.